So John Cena just released a nuclear pipe bomb last Friday night, and it was crazy. It has been 14 years since CM Punk has released his pipe bomb, and even though it still to this day gets talked about, I think John Cena wins this round. Hello everyone, this is Delster, and welcome to another video. And on this channel, I talk and do all sorts of things. Sometimes I like to talk about wrestling. In this video, I will be talking about WWE's recent SmackDown episode that aired on June 20th, 2025, and boy was the ending insane. Just to give a quick history lesson on what happened before, CM Punk had a lot of heat with WWE in 2011. As he was supposed to leave the company, and as he was close to leaving, or so we thought, he dropped a pipe bomb. A pipe bomb in wrestling terms refers to a specific type of wrestling promo, characterized by its raw, unfiltered, and often controversial nature, where a wrestler breaks kayfabe, getting out of character in order to deliver a deeply personal and often critical message, according to WWE's YouTube videos on CM Punk's pipe bomb story, as well as Post Wrestling's YouTube's video about the John Cena pipe bomb promo. Another definition of pipe bomb would be a character, most notably a wrestler, expressing or yelling out something that is not a part of the show, as they take matters into their own hands. Take CM Punk's 2011 pipe bomb. He had mentioned in that promo on how bad the WWE management was to him, as well as a little bit of the dark side of the wrestling industry. He also mentioned some surprising names and promotions that WWE does not talk about on TV, such as Colt Cabana, Ring of Honor, and New Japan Pro Wrestling, which these promotions were and still are WWE's competition. Right as the show was about to end, CM Punk's mic then gets turned off as he was about to talk about a personal story on Vince McMahon. Flash forward to today, John Cena does almost the exact pipe bomb, yet makes it more insane as he mentioned 3 wrestlers who used to work for WWE but are currently working in other promotions. This promo was a full circle moment as John gets his breakout time while in his heel gimmick. What is so ironic about it is that R-Truth, now Ron Killing, somehow got to be a part of it again. He and John Cena were closing the show with a match but ended in disqualification as John used his title to hit Ron. CM Punk then comes in and tries to hit back at John, only to get thrown to a table after John Cena's finisher move, Attitude Adjustment. John then gets on top of one of the ring poles, also called turnbuckles, and laughs as he is about to speak. He repeats almost the exact same words as Punk's pipe bomb, but with a couple of changes. In the promo, he calls CM Punk the best in YouTube community rules, bullcrapper in the world, and tells someone named Stu to come closer. Call me dumb, but I think John was referring to Wade Barrett since Wade's real name is Stewart, but he used to have a ring name known as Stu. The reason why I say that is because I've heard a lot of things that John Cena did not want to put Wade over during the Nexus storyline, and that people often blame John for Nexus not getting over. John then calls himself the greatest of all time, whereas in CM Punk's pipe bomb promo, he calls himself the best in wrestling. He also talks about how the audience chants and sings for CM Punk, but he retracts it by saying that the people don't believe a single word that Punk says, as Punk changes his values more than John changes his own shirts. After that, John calls Punk a loudmouth opportunist and mentions 3 wrestlers who are Cesaro, Dolph Ziggler, and Zack Ryder, who now go by Claudio, Nick, and Matt. Like CM Punk, John waves at the camera after dropping the names of these wrestlers who were once in WWE. At 4 minutes, John says that he is the only friend Punk has, as no one has cut Cena's mic yet, nor helped Punk during John's promo. John then reminds Punk of how he was the one who gave Punk the stage for his pipe bomb and calls Punk a millionaire instead of the voice of the voiceless. He also calls Punk a capitalist instead of a punk. Then he calls CM Punk Mr. TKO. The reason for why John might have called him that was because of a tweet Punk made years ago where he said that he would never work in Saudi Arabia for the blood money, but then out of nowhere decided to take it this year. Cena then tells Punk that his tweets are strong, but that his actions are weak. Then John talks about their match in Saudi Arabia and says that he, John, is the greatest of all time, while the crowd chants loudly for him. John then said that CM Punk was the best in the world for only 7 minutes 14 years ago. At the end, he calls Punk delusional and says You're welcome, Grand Rapids, which is the city in Michigan that they were in on Friday. The audience then cheers loudly to John. He then tells Punk to bring his A game and that the mood is starting to change. You can hear people saying that they love John Cena. John then calls the audience idiots and that we are starting to see the truth. He ends it by thanking Punk for ripping off Punk's promo and that Elvis has left the motherfucking building. Very crazy promo that left me shocked and had me finally saying, Cenon's heel turn is kicking the brakes. It was crazy and made me feel a little bad for Punk, as I have never really liked him much since that pipe bomb that he made in 2011. I remember a lot of people loved CM Punk after that pipe bomb and called himself the best in the world or the voice of the voiceless. I was never into the hype, but I was a huge fan of CM Punk during his ECW era. After he did the Straight Edge Society, I lost interest in Punk and hated him even more during that pipe bomb. He really hated Vince and talked so much crap about WWE for years after Punk had left, but once he came back to WWE, I was like, when is he leaving? Like, I've tried to like CM Punk, but I feel like during that time in 2011 and the rest of the time that he was in WWE, until he left, it felt like he just complained his way to the top. It never made sense to me because CM Punk just seemed really bitter to me. I do give Punk props for laying down on that sponsored Slim Jim table. That table was so distracting as it almost ruined John Cena's promo. While I do feel a little bit bad for Punk, I do think that TKO is greedy as those sponsors are plastered all over the ring, even outside of the ring. Especially that prime drink that is close to the commentary table. It's so annoying. This is really crazy, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Very wild times we are living in right now, and I never thought that we would ever see a pipe bomb that is chaotic as CM Punk's. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm pretty sure the marks will probably have a lot to say. But thank you guys for watching. We are getting closer to 800 subscribers. And thank you guys for watching this video. Take care of your mental health and everyone around you, and I'll do the same too. Bye guys.